Okay, so hello and thank you for joining us to test our prototype on Arizona State's housing portal. So usually it's like a housing portal, but in this case, we wanted to add like a roommate matching system. So we'll be recording you perform these tasks, but your personal details will not be recorded. Is that fine?
Yeah, all good.
All right, awesome. Let's get started. So what we'll be doing is reviewing each page of the website's prototype, and then we'll be providing feedback based on the questions that we ask you. But before we start, I'm gonna have to ask you a little pre-questionnaire. So first, like what is your age? Yeah, what is your age, gender, occupation, educational level, and your technical proficiency?
I'm a 21-year-old female. I guess my occupation is split between being a student and working in software engineering. I would say my technical ability is pretty high, granted that background, and I'll be wrapping up my bachelor's this semester. So,
All right, awesome. And do you have you used ASU's housing portal before? And if so, how was your experience using the housing portal?
um, I know I used at least a subset of it to like look for off-campus housing, I think. It wasn't like terrible. Like it was pretty fast and responsive, but I mean, a lot of the like I don't know, the UI stuff seems pretty out of date to be honest.
All right. And were there some pain points that you face using that housing portal when looking for off-campus housing?
Um, Not really. The filtering wasn't like awesome, but I know like almost every ASU website, it feels like I'm just kind of going in circles every time I'm like in there. I don't know if that's universal, but
Oh, gotcha. And what was like the main task that you wanted to accomplish when using the portal? And did you like were you able to find like a community that suited your needs, or was it like was it kind of split?
I don't think I actually have like found my housing through the housing portal, but I don't know. I had plenty of options. I think those were more on me than on it.
Awesome. And what type of devices do you use regularly, like on a day-to-day basis?
Definitely my phone and my laptop.
Awesome. And like what browser do you use most frequently?
Chrome. If I'm on my phone, then I'll use Safari.
Gotcha. And what features do you look for in a product like this?
Hmm, that's tough. I would say like definitely somewhere like when it comes to housing, like being able to find a community. That's something that like I think is important. Just like showing up to some like especially when you're sharing a room or something, right? Like you don't
Yeah,
want to just like share a room with some random. That's not super fun. So
yeah.
I think that's like a big part of it.
So you'd want like you'd like want an idea of like who the person is before moving, right?
Yeah, but yeah, like I know a lot of places like outside of ASU do that, where like you can meet up with your roommate or like do a like Tinder thing. That's kind of cool.
Oh yeah, that is really cool. And how open are you to a new housing portal?
I mean, I'm not married to the old housing portal, so
That's true.
pretty open.
And what are there any features that you want to see changed, or any features that you want to see added to the new or to the old housing portal?
Um, yeah, I think just like that kind of Tinder thing for roommates would be cool, or just any kind of like I know a lot of the dorms and stuff do group
Yeah,
me's so that they can like talk to each other, but maybe something like that within the housing portal or like a better way to contact your RA besides for, like posters on the wall could be
yeah.
nice.
And do you have any expectations for the prototype that you are about to test?
Nah, I'm a clean slate.
All right, awesome. And last question for the pre-questionnaire. Do you have any specific accessibility needs? And if so, what features would be helpful to you?
I don't think I do, but that's a great question. I'm glad you asked.
All right, awesome. So let's get started. So we will begin by clicking like the begin application button, and that sort of starts the application process. Oh,
Hold on. Did I mess that up? I might just
maybe click
do.
home first on the top left, and then we can do begin.
Hold on. Let me just gonna refresh the page.
All right,
Maybe
awesome.
that'll work. No,
No?
that's
All right, let's just click communities on the left side of the nav bar.
oh, there we
All
go.
right. All right, awesome. So on this page, yeah, so on this community page, you can look at each available dorm at ASU, and you can see which or what each one has to offer and which one fits your preferences. So you can choose your preferred community by clicking on the drop-down list. Oh,
Sorry,
yeah, that's fine.
I used the buttons.
Now you're good. But yeah, on the left side, there's like a drop-down list. It's on Tucker House.
Oh,
Or on the
okay.
right side, sorry. But if you click that,
Oh, okay. I think
you
that's
can
just like
choose,
Miro. It's
yeah,
acting a little weird, but that's okay.
yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it'll choose like different options and then you can review like some information about the given place before you start your application. So for now, we only have Tucker and Hasayampa, but on our actual or like if we were to build the actual website, we'd have more options there. But yeah, to start the application, you could go ahead and click apply.
Okay.
And then this is the personal info page. And to keep you anonymous, please don't use your real information. We'd like you to enter like ABC or something for each field. But yeah, that's just an example of just like how we would fill in information. And then from here, you could either save or continue or save and exit. And then on the top
Mm.
right, oh, on the
That's
top
okay.
right, you can also kind of see like a progress bar for how far you are in the application. And then this is the interest page. It's not functional right now, but the idea is that you'd be
Yeah,
able to choose your favorite interests, and we'd have you choose five, and we'd use that information to match you with a roommate.
cool.
And then yeah, and then you can save and continue. So this is the habits page. This gives you the opportunity to decide what you want to look for in a roommate, as well as giving like us some information about your habits so that we can match you with someone similar. So you can try answering all of the questions. I think you have to click the checkbox. Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, just gives you an idea of like what information we're collecting and also how we're matching you with other users. And then we can go ahead and continue. So this is the
ooh, the
finance
meal
page.
plan.
Yeah. So it just lets the user review like how much their housing costs based on the option that they chose. And then it also lets them choose a meal plan and lets them um yeah, helps them choose their meal plan based on their needs. And then on the bottom, it sort of lets you review like the total costs of like your housing application. But yeah, we can move on. And then this is the review page. This is like the place where you review all the significant decisions that you've made during the application process, and it should display some information on the route on the right side, and then you would just ensure that that information is correct before submitting your application. So we can go ahead and submit, and yeah, it's just a little thank you page that tells you that your application is done. And yeah, and then we will email you updates on the status of your application. So now we can move on to the post questionnaire. But on a scale of like 1 to 10, how satisfied were you with the user experience of the prototype?
I would say like an 8. Like
An
it's
8?
very clearly a prototype, but I think this is looking really good.
Right, awesome. And how easy or difficult was it to navigate through the prototype?
it was pretty easy once I got the hang of it. I think like some of that is out of your control, like the weird clicky thing that
Yeah,
I'm doing right now. I think that's mostly like a Figma thing, but
yeah.
yeah,
Like,
besides for that,
yeah, I think like when you click like the anywhere on the screen that isn't like a clickable component, it just
it does
highlights
that.
like yeah, which ones that you can click.
I see.
Uh, and then were there any specific features or interactions that were challenging? And were any of them like surprising in any sense?
Um, I think this was a little surprising. I wasn't expecting to choose with this. I was kind of expecting like maybe once you hit these buttons or
Yeah.
something, it would scroll on to the next one.
Oh yeah, I can see how that could get confusing. Um, but the arrows on the picture, they kind of let you look at more pictures of the current community that you're viewing.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
would
I
make sense
will,
too.
yeah, we'll take that
But
into consideration though. What were your initial thoughts when you first interacted with the prototype?
um, I think this was like the primary entry. I think
Yeah,
there was like I know because like it's a prototype, you can't interact with everything that you're supposed to yet. But I think there was just some confusion about like what I could and couldn't
yeah.
do. But now that you say that, like click on whatever is highlighted, that makes so much sense. I don't know how I didn't realize that earlier.
No, you're good. I was also confused on that for a little bit. And did your impressions of the prototype change as you continued to use it?
Yeah, I think like it got a little bit easier
Yeah,
as I continued to use it. Like this was
yeah.
pretty straightforward.
Oh,
And
on
then
the left side, you can choose like the different pages you want to view. So for example, if you want to go back to personal information, you can do that. And then
yeah,
same with like habits and yeah. So in
like
this
this one
part,
was
are
really
we, yeah,
nice. And I like the taskbar up here too.
awesome. And then were there any aspects of the UI that could be improved for a better user experience?
Um, I'm not sure. There's just like some little things like the interactions, like this is
Yeah,
static right now, but I mean, it's a prototype, so I don't want to like nitpick it.
yeah,
But I
awesome.
think there could be more on this page as well.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know where our information on this page went, but yeah, it's on the right side. It should show more like more information about how much everything costs as well, like on top of the finance page. But yeah, I think we just missed that for this prototype.
It would be nice if like maybe you could do a little bio with this and it would
Yeah,
have like the answers of whatever you said to here so that if you wanted to do like a roommate matching thing, it could all be in one place. And then it's like
that's
here in the
true.
review too, like your bio and your interests and stuff.
Oh, that's true. So other users can read about their potential roommates.
Yeah.
And how did the prototype fare in comparison to the product that is like that is currently available? And were there any aspects where it outperforms or falls short of the current product?
I think it definitely like the layout is really nice. Like I like this a lot more than what's currently there. Um, but I think you still have like a bit of ways to
Yeah,
go with like the actual functionality that the original page kind of delivers.
awesome. Um, and um, other than the stuff that you mentioned earlier, are there any more changes that you would recommend to enhance the UI?
Um, no, I can't think of anything else.
Awesome. And is there anything else that you wanted to share about your experience with the prototype?
Um, I'm good. This was fun though.
All right, awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for your time, and we are done with the application. Thank
Cool.
you.